My name is Leonard Cornelisse. I'm a system performance scientist at Unitron. I've been at Unitron almost 10 years. The inspiration behind the SoundNav classifier really comes from our experience with previous products and the limitations in the speech and noise classification. Because really, speech and noise changes depending on the situation. So you can imagine, for instance, a small coffee shop where there's maybe a few people talking in the background, or a very busy, crowded restaurant. Well, those are two very different examples of speech and noise, and the conversation classifier tends to dive into that a bit more and separate out those situations. A listening situation is not a static situation. It's dynamic. It has things that change, and the combination of SoundNav and Sound Conductor have to change to respond to that, but at the same time change in such a way that it's not obtrusive or invasive for the listener, so that it seems natural. SoundNav, the classification component, is a very mixed type classification. So in a particular situation, you're in speech and noise, but what type of speech and noise is that? Well, it could be more like small group, or it could be more like crowd, or it could be somewhere in between. And so SoundNav tells you where you are. Sound Conductor then manages the strength of the signal processing so that you get the right mix of signal processing for that environment. And equally important, it manages transitions. It's very refreshing because we've been able to take some early concepts that we had and actually implement them in the platform and observe how they work. And probably the most rewarding part in all this is just how amazing the hearing aids sound. They have such incredible natural sound quality. So this project has been particularly rewarding. The combination of SoundNav and Sound Conductor, I think, are a unique offering in the industry, and it really focuses on the areas that Unitron feels are important, but also that I feel are important. The issue is dealing with speech and noise and situations that hearing impaired people have difficulty listening in. And speech and noise isn't a single type of environment, it's really multiple different scenarios, and we can manage those scenarios in a way that sounds natural across all of those environments. It's been particularly rewarding for me because this is an area that I have a strong interest in and a strong desire to make the situation better.